now that people have been watching you for weeks on the show, what has it been like from your community as they're getting to see what you've built on the show so far? What has the reaction been from your friends, family, and the students?
It's been great. I feel like every day in the hallways, I have some kids stop and talk to me about one of the episodes or one of the builds, or and parents too. So it's been really nice, and it's been cool to see the reach that the show has. Right. So again, kids and parents alike are both drawn to it and both enjoy it. So it's been nice.
Yeah, same for me. I get the same reaction at school. The kids love it. The kids love it. The kids always ask me to put it on the show, don't teach today. Can you put on Lego Masters? Which I have yet to do. But they love it, and just everybody outside of school too, like just family and friends, and all my my daughter plays soccer, and a bunch of the girls on her team watch the show, and they're super excited. So every time I go show up to practice, they're all asking me questions, and it's just been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Obviously, doing the show is one thing, and that was an amazing experience. But now, months later, we get to watch it and experience it with our family and friends and the community, and it's a whole different experience, and it's awesome in a whole different way.
You addressed this a little bit in the episode as you were leaving, but what has it been? What did the Lego Masters experience do for your bond together?
Oh, well, I mean,
Oh man,
big
yeah,
time. Alex and
it's
I,
huge.
yeah, Alex and I were acquaintances, really. I mean, we knew each other from the school. We have some common friends, and we were friendly, of course, but not, you know, not as close as we were when after spending all that time together. But he's a brother of mine now, and I love the guy, and I loved having Alex as a partner. Again, we never had built together except maybe a little bit right before we left, and
I mean, we've never done anything together,
yeah, true,
other than say hi
true.
in the hallways, right? It was crazy how quickly we connected, and how well we worked together, um, and yeah, now I feel like I can call Lewis one of my closest friends,
Yeah,
and it's because of the experience.
yeah, for sure. We always got along always. I think the only time there was some tension, I didn't even know about it, was maybe during episode 2, building that cat house. Alex
Yes,
was,
cat house. The
I
cat
think
house
I
was
was
not
like,
fun.
we had built such a small build in episode 1 that episode 2, I was like, we're going huge. And I was just super focused. And I think maybe Alex was getting a little frustrated with me, and I didn't even know. But he was awesome. Like, he told me after the show, hey, I was having a little bit of a hard time with this or that. And like, thank you for telling me. And we never had an issue again. And we
It's
just
probably
got
the best
along
thing that
great.
happened to us, honestly, right? Was working out those kinks in
Yeah.
episode 2, and communicating with each other, and after that, I don't think we had a single
No,
hiccup.
we had a blast the whole time. We got along great, and the way we divided our work was always fine. Like, we never had an issue. Um, he had great ideas, and I loved hearing them, and I would have an idea, and he was always supportive. Like, we just got along great, and yeah, we're great friends now. That's for sure.
Looking back at your time on the show, what was your favorite thing that you got to build?
The monkeys have to be. I ranked the monkeys, volcano, and cat, actually, because again, the cat episode was rough for me. But as great as the build was, but the monkeys were. I mean, so going into it, one of my and I had told Lewis, like, I'll walk away happy if we get a build animated. It's one of my favorite things about the show, and they do it so well, and I just think it's amazing to have, right, one of your builds immortalized in an animation. So when we saw those monkeys come to life in the animation, it was spectacular. It was amazing. And again, just the fact that that build hits close to home. So, Lewis and I work at the school that we both graduated from. So we're very close connections to the school. And those monkeys are actually wearing the uniforms that our students wear in school. So we, tried to pay homage to the school. But that was definitely, for me, by far, my favorite build.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with everything Alex just said. And we've been the teachers in that scenario. We've been the monkeys in that scenario. So yeah, it was a very personal build, and I had never built characters before, so I was extra proud of
Those
coming
monkeys
up with
were
those monkeys
amazing.
on the fly like that. And I love that build. I almost want to do it again. If I had a few extra hours, that tree would have been twice as big. And uh, you know, I loved it, and maybe one day we'll do it again.
What did you guys learn about yourselves as builders that you didn't know before, that you could do or you wanted to do or you liked doing before coming on the show?
Well, that's an easy answer for me because I've thought about that a lot, and I was able to do things that I never thought I could do. Like again, just as I just said, like building characters. That's something I thought, oh, that's just too. I've never done that, but like I said, Alex and I, we didn't waste time. One of the things I think we did really well was we never wasted time thinking how we're gonna do anything. We would just come up with an idea, and we're like, okay, how we get it done, we don't know. We'll just go. And then when it was time to start building that, okay, just start putting bricks together and build as you go. And we didn't waste time, which something in episode 7, maybe we should have, the bag episode, maybe that cost us, right? But it's like we have an idea, we're just run with it. And we I learned that I could come up with ideas, build things that I never thought I could build. um uh when I build for myself, I have a style that I like to do. And um I tend to focus on a certain type of building, and I learned that, if I have to, or even if I want to, I can build anything. And that was really really rewarding.
So it's a. Well, I have to answer two parts of your question differently. So what did I learn that I could do is not what I had fun doing, which was in the cat episode, and realize how quickly I could put bricks down, and that I never realized how that was possible, and that we could actually build that enormous structure so quickly. But it wasn't fun. But the what I thought was
I think you
most
would have had
fun,
more fun. I think you would have had more fun with it if it hadn't been episode 2. I think
possibly.
we were still learning how to play the game and how to manage the clock and all that.
Oh yeah, and it was stressful, right? We went for something really big, and then at one point, what if we can't finish this? So that panic is real, and I think that was honestly the first and potentially the last, except for the handbag episode, um, where we weren't sure that if it was going to come together until the end. Um, but what I was most proud of was actually I'd never really considered myself a creative person. I remember telling Lewis going in, like, dude, you're gonna have to come up with all the ideas because I am not creative and I'm not gonna be able to help in that arena. Um, but I surprised myself, and like I would, come up with something here and there, um and Lewis, and with his amazing ability, would be able to turn that into brick, which I alone would never be able to do. But that was.
You had several ideas that you built on your own, that you're like, I'm gonna do this. And there were even times where he'd show like, hey, I built this, what do you think? I'm like, yeah, let's use it, put it in. So I don't know, you gotta give yourself
Yeah, I've
more
never
credit.
really built mocks coming into it, so I was very intimidated in that sense. But yeah, it was fun.
Was there anything else you want to share about your Lego Masters experience that we have not discussed?
um I would just say to anyone that's ever considered it, or has applied and maybe not gotten on, um don't give up, keep trying, because it is an amazing experience. um you're producing a TV show, which I think is something important to remember. So it's not all Lego building all the time, but even still, I loved everything. I loved the time on set, the time off set, the time waiting. I love seeing what production is doing. The time you spend with the people there, not just the cast, but also the crew. It was all fantastic, all amazing. I applied for seasons 2 and 3 and then 4, obviously. And if you're interested, if you've been applying, keep trying if you haven't gotten on. And if you think you can't do it, give it a shot, because it's a lot of fun and you can do more than you think you can.
I'll just say that not enough credit goes to the production team, from the top to the bottom. The environment they've been able to create with the crew, that they have. There was not a single person working on that set that was not kind and personable and great at what they do. So I think just a lot of recognition has to go to that, to the environment they've created, the people that are there, that really make it a comfortable environment to be in, and one that's sad to walk away from.
I thought it would be impossible to put together that many people and not find even one among them that was anything but. Everybody was nice, pleasant, friendly, kind. It was amazing. That was an amazing crew.